you guys tell me how I did for my radio calls today. Knock on wood, we don't have an emergency engine failure.
Aloha guys, we're the Pukaeyes. I'm Ali'i, I'm an aspiring pilot.
And I'm Harmony, a flight attendant. And this is our virtual diary,
sharing our everyday life and travels with our 2 kids and you. So welcome to our Ohana. Aloha guys, it's the Puka Flies, solo cross country. We're going to be going 54 nautical miles southwest, a place called Perkins. No passengers today, solely because I am flying solo. Autopilot good, electric low. Gear selective both. Fuel pump high. Throttle. Nice. Clear prop! Ignition start.
Testing 1, 2. Alright. Radio's on, oil pressure is up.
St. George traffic plus 200 Bravo Yankee 15 north of the field, descending out of 8,500 inbound for a full stop on 19er St. George.
So we're gonna go. Let's check the radios.
St. George Regional Airport. Automated weather observation. 2303 Zulu. Wind 25. 0 at 11. Peak gusts 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 21 Celsius. Dew point -06 Celsius. Altimeter 2.
St. George traffic, Albatross 5683 Delta, lining up and waiting 19 St. George.
Altitude 4,200.
ADSB is on. Radio check.
Loud and clear.
Thank you. Brake is good. We'll watch the altitude indicator. Turn coordinator on the roll. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee. East ramp taxi to runway 19 via Alpha St. George. Clear left. Clear right. We are going to be climbing to 6,500 on our way to Perkins. We'll fly in between the gorge at 6,500, kind of fly past and around Mesquite. Hopefully there's no skydivers. Full stop at Perkins, taxi back, probably using runway 14, and then bring it back home. Total flight is looking almost about an hour, 29 minutes there.
Traffic, Vision Jet number 675 at Yankee is 10 mile final for runway 19 St. George.
Oh well, now it's reading 32 minutes, just a little bit of headwind, and then I think it's about 29 minutes coming back. We'll catch some of that tailwind at 7,500. Now at the run-up area, go through my run-up checklist. Alright, flight controls, rudders, good. Flight instruments, recheck both. Set, throttle 1800, let's prime. Magnetos at about 80, about 110. Cycle the prop, good read on that. Fuel flow is good. Oil temp and pressure is green. Throttle back to idle. Pre-takeoff, we'll use 0 flaps at takeoff. We do have a little bit of crosswind, and we'll watch that. Prop will be high RPM. Mixture is set at our best power performing. No pitot heat. Flight plan, we will bug our first heading, 237, doors, windows, landing light on, doors, windows, good, strobe on, instruments all in the green, check, air conditioners off, brake release, yeah, let's go to the holding short. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is holding short runway 19, St. George. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is taking runway 19 for a west departure. St. George. Let's watch that. Crosswinds. Alright. Center line. Full throttle. Rotate. Pitch 481. Climbing. St. George traffic. Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is right crosswind for a west departure. St. George. How's everybody doing? Alright, we're just at the front of the gorge, St. George, Mesquite bound. 5,900, we'll be cruising at 6,500. Kind of a straight shot right between the gorge, which is good. We can use the highway as a reference.
Number 5 Yankee Victor taking off runway 19.
Just at pattern altitude. So we're going to set our cruise. So now we can close that cow flaps. I don't know if you guys can see the gorge down here. The gorge on this side is, yeah, some parts of it is like 8,000, 7,000, 8,000, 7,000. This side, on your right hand side, is actually about 6,000 right there, 6,007, which is pretty much right on the side of me. Not right on the side, but now our waypoint is right about here. Beautiful. Let's switch over to Mesquite. Mesquite traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is 13 miles to the northeast at 6,500 for a southbound. Mesquite traffic. Indicated airspeed is 111. Ground speed is 108. You can see Mesquite right down there. That's Mesquite airfield, which the airport code is 67 Lima. Winds 220 at 5 knots, so that's pretty much the heading, yeah. So we have about a 5 knot.
Perkins traffic left base for runway 14. Perkins traffic.
So we got about a 5 knot headwind, pretty much. This is fun. Once again, at 11 miles out from Perkins, we'll begin our descent. Descent checklist, prop will be full, power as desired. Fuel selector is still both. AWOS, we're listening to Mesquite, but it sounds like everybody's using runway 14. We're at about 11 miles. I'll make my radio call, descending to pattern altitude. Now, if we were to have an engine failure, the interstate is right there. However, you got a lot of dirt road right down here. I see a lot of trail roads here, but we could easily reach the interstate from here. That's literally only 3-4 miles away. We have an emergency checklist for that. Knock on wood, we don't have an emergency engine failure. Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is 11 miles north of the field, descending to pattern altitude. We'll be joining on a 45 for left downwind 14. Perkins traffic. Alright, let's run through our checklist. Fuel selector, both cowl closed, ADA set, altimeter is set, instruments checked.
Final full stop 14, 3 Delta Sierra, Perkins traffic.
Pattern altitude is 2100, 2166. I'll make a radio call at 5 miles out. Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is 5 miles north of the field, 4,200 descending to pattern altitude. I'll be making a 45 entry into left downwind 14. Full stop. Perkins traffic. Beautiful town called Overton. Looks like some of the water from Lake Mead on that left hand side. Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is entering left downwind on a 45. We'll be making a full stop. Perkins traffic. Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is turning final 414, full stop. Perkins traffic. Oh, a little bumpy. Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is clear runway 14. Perkins traffic. Alright, we are in the run-up area, so we're going to go over our checklist, everything all one time right now. Park brakes is good, flight control is good, flight instruments 0, 0, we are at 1,400 feet. We're going to be climbing to 7,500. Good, let's bug a heading to 390. That's pretty much taking us back to Mesquite. Windows, doors checked, landing light on. Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is holding short runway 14. Airspeed is alive, 55. Rotate.
Perkins traffic, Cessna 734 November Juliet at 7,500, 11 miles southwest of Perkins Field, headed to 67 Lima.
Perkins traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is left crosswind 414. We'll be making a north departure, climbing to 7,500. Traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is 5 miles south of the field at 7,500 northbound. I can see Wolf Creek Golf Course, also I guess now known as Oasis. I need to play that Palmer course on that side right there. That looks really, really cool.
Perkins traffic, Diamond 4117 Hotel, approximately 4 miles to the northwest, 7,000 feet, practicing maneuvers in the area. Perkins.
Right at 50, which is kind of good because our next heading is 50. KSGU is 5-4. This is fun. I would love to get paid to just fly by myself. Alright, we got the gorge coming up ahead. Pretty much the same marker where we exited the gorge is kind of our point to turn heading straight into St. George. The weather did say it was going to be a little bit windier, so I'll have some pretty challenging crosswinds, but good thing I've been practicing a lot of crosswind landing. Let's see what the winds are sounding like.
St. George Regional Airport. Automated weather observation. 0027 Zulu. Wind 270 at 11.
What we will have to do is overfly the field at 500 feet above pattern altitude, which is 4,400 or 4,500. We'll do a teardrop into left downwind 19. Wind is at 260 at 11. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is 11 miles to the southwest of the field, descending to overfly the field at 4,500. St. George traffic. 6,200, we got another 1,800 more feet to go. Quick math. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is 5 miles southwest of the field, 5,900 descending to overfly the field at 4,500, making a teardrop into left downwind 19. St. George traffic. Oh, you get a mouse. You know, I was never scared with the mindset of flying the plane. I was actually nervous to do the radio talking, which I think everybody is. But you guys tell me how I did for my radio calls today. On my first solo cross country from St. George Regional Airport to Perkins Airfield, or Perkins Field. Let me know how my radio calls did. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is on a 45 entering left downwind 419. Full stop, St. George. At pattern altitude 390. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is turning left base 419. Full stop, St. George. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is turning final 419. Full stop, St. George. Airspeed's a little low. More power. Power out. Ground effect. Go around.
Cedar City traffic, Archer 970, Whiskey Charlie, 9,500, 9 miles south, transitioning north, Cedar City. We're going to be staying on the east side of I-15.
St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is going around 419, St. George. I had it and then I drift left of the of the center line. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is turning left crosswind 419, St. George. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to make it one of my smoothest crosswind landings. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is turning left base for 19, full stop. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is turning final for 19, full stop, St. George.
St. George traffic, Sketch 4985, 30 miles north of the field, landing in 8 minutes, runway 19, St. George.
I recovered, but not my best. Ooh, look at that windsock. St. George traffic, Skyhawk 6 Papa Yankee is taxiing to east ramp via Alpha 2, St. George. Thank you guys for flying Pukaeyes Air. Hope you guys enjoyed your flight. I'm taking it. I am not going all the way to the frickin' end.
Avionics